things you must stop doing to be successful. Every individual defines success differently. It may be money, fame, happiness, or family, just as long as that's your goal or what you want to achieve in life. It is up to you to decide what success means to you and how you go about breeding success in your life. Despite being excited to do whatever it takes to achieve your goals, we all have bad habits that can stop us from being successful. So keep watching and learn 10 things you must stop doing to be successful. But before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell button as it encourages us to create more videos that will help you in your life. Let's go! The first one is to stop making excuses. Everything that you do and their outcomes are your responsibility. Claim everything that you do, be it a bad one or a good one. You are the reason why it happened. You should stop blaming others for not getting what you want. It's not because you didn't have enough time, it's because you're not 100% sure you want to do it. It's not because it's too risky. You don't want to leave outside of your comfort zone. You're not sure if you'll succeed? Well, fun fact here. You will never make it unless you don't try or take the first step. As Grant Cardone says, commit first and figure out the rest. Look, you're going to make a mistake. Failure is necessary. It happens to everybody. You need to take a non-judgmental look at yourself and find out what you can do differently the next time. Don't waste time searching beyond yourself for reasons why you did not succeed. I repeat, don't look for explanations on why you failed. Rather, start thinking what you can do better. Being successful is simply a matter of trial and error. Number 2 is concentrating on the negatives. Of course, life will throw you a curveball at some point. It's life, but the one thing successful people don't do is to concentrate on the negatives. They don't care too much about negativity. They focus on the positives. But don't take this the wrong way. Setbacks are an essential part of being successful. It's the reason why we improve. Appreciating and not dwelling in the negative aspects of your life will be your weapon in dealing with the standards in the industry. It may be a weapon, but it's a double-edged sword. Dwell on it too much and you'll suffer. But using it properly to improve your product, lifestyle, or habits, it's a sure thing that you'll prosper. Number 3 is the fear of failure. You want to know a fact? Every one of us fails. It's a part of life, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. Sure, it might be an evolutionary adaptation that would help us live to avoid risks, but the problem is, we don't live in the past anymore. We now live in history where you shouldn't be afraid of being eaten by lions. The only reason why you fear failure is because of our biology. It's hardwired in us to avoid dying in a jungle environment, and that is not useful in the eras of ones and zeros. In fact, you can even use failure as a part of your success. If you've failed, that means you have tried something and have learned a valuable lesson. And that's something to be proud of. Not to mention, there are a lot of people out there selling courses on how they failed on something so that people won't do it anymore. I repeat, selling courses. That's earning money from people teaching how they failed. Now that's a successful person. The point is, failure is not the end goal. It's not the end of the world if you fail. If you do, then that just means that the next step is to achieve greater heights. Number 4 is looking for a simple solution. To begin, I'd like to state that success isn't supposed to be an improbable endeavor in which you must overcome a certain amount of difficulty and hardship. I believe that successful people should not seek the easy way out of life. Simply cruising through life on autopilot is not a recipe for success. You must sometimes put yourself to the test. Push yourself to the brink and see how far you can go. Aim to achieve your full potential and then go above and beyond. That is a triumph in and out of itself. Avoid all of those get-rich-quick schemes. They got rich through luck and we cannot control any of that. It's like playing at the lotto where the chances of winning are even lower than getting struck by lightning. Twice. People show off their wealth when they're successful. They don't publicize the process of how they repeatedly failed, got rejected by their friends and family, lost $100K in first month, got scammed, and many more of that. Because of that, we only get to see the fun part of it. They like to flaunt it like I've worked so little and look at the fortune I got. This is life. Stop looking at fake profiles on social media showing how successful they are. It's not like that, and stop dreaming that life is that easy. We're halfway through the video and this is number 5. Beating yourself up. You've just messed up. Your stomach flutters. You are ashamed of yourself. Life is a drag. Perhaps you just made a hasty investment decision that cost you a significant sum of money. Maybe you sent the girl you're trying to meet up with a stupid text message and she stopped reacting. Perhaps you cheated on your diet and now you feel like a failure. In any case, it's a pain. It seems that the whole life is about to come to an end. You know, it's best to just learn from your mistakes and move on, but you can't seem to get yourself to do it. Instead, you punish yourself and begin to associate with the error. You begin to see yourself as a miserable failure who is unworthy of happiness. If you're not careful, your life will quickly crumble. This is why during difficult times, you can always remind yourself that you are a work in progress. What is the reason for this? Please allow me to clarify. We have a tendency to take ourselves far too seriously. We behave as if our personal achievement determines the fate of the entire planet. Failure and rejection scares us to death. You set yourself up for a bad life if you buy into this traditional mentality. This is because when you make a mistake, rather than learning from it, you obsess about it and let it overtake you. Yes, you may have just blown your chances with the girl you adore. Yes, you may have just squandered a few $1,000s you've earned hard to get. Maybe you just overate for the 4th time this week, delaying your lost goals once again. These things are awful. Yes, of course. However, they are unavoidable. As a result, you can change your attitude to deal with them when they occur. Reminding yourself that you're just a work in progress is a simple way to do this. You're still learning and growing as a person and a professional. You aren't and never will be fine. So lighten up. Stop being so serious about yourself and get back to work. Not only will you be able to move on from mistakes much faster, but you'll also be much more likely to learn from it and correct your actions the next time you're in a similar situation. After all, that's what it means to be a work in progress. You're always striving to be the best version of yourself. You make mistakes from time to time, you excel on occasion. Regardless, you keep going and improving yourself. As Earl Nightingale once said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. Just a quick pause. If you're enjoying the content of this video right now, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, as this would help our YouTube algorithm and reach more other people. Now back to the video. Number 6 is stop being ungrateful. Everyone knows what that means, and just because we listed this doesn't mean that you will be using it as a tool to boost your success like a sociopath. Maybe you're wondering, how is this going to help me? Well, this isn't just supposed to ease the temper of the community surrounding you. Several studies have also shown that being grateful actually helps improving your mood. An exciting research study led by Dr. Robert Emmons showed the effects of people writing down 5 things they were grateful for at the end of each day. As the results came out, they found that the group that listed occurrences they were thankful for were far more happier than those who did not. They did it again, and not only did they reinforce their findings, but they also discovered that it helped with the participants' sleep and health. You can try this out for your benefit and not think of others first, but doing this consistently will certainly help you in the long run. Number 7 is procrastination. We all know that feeling. You have unlimited time to do X and it's something that is boring, hard, or takes a lot of time. So you keep on rescheduling and finishing it. You ease it off by scrolling through Facebook, liking images on Instagram, or binge watching Netflix. You then remember it in the middle of watching the latest celebrity news, and oddly enough, you avoid it as the mental burden weighs on how unpleasant that task is. The cycle repeats itself until one day before the deadline and you rush everything from A to B. You think to yourself, wow, I didn't actually think I'd make this way. Only because you've lowered your standard with how much actual time you dedicated yourself in doing the task, giving you the satisfaction of doing everything at the last minute, as it was gonna be okay for you anyway. It's gonna be hard to take off procrastination, but one way I try to solve it is to replace it with productive things. If I don't want to do my homework right now, then I'm just gonna go and wash the dishes. It's a pain to edit videos? Fine, I'll do 40 push-ups. This way, since it's hard to beat procrastination, I use it in my advantage to still be productive. It's not perfect, but it will start a lot of you on the journey of anti-procrastination. Number 8, being sidetracked. You intend to begin writing your novel, but you plan to launch your dream company, but you intend to fly through Asia, but I understand. Things happen. Your life takes you down a different path. It occurs from time to time, but don't let yourself get sidetracked from achieving your goals. When distractions keep you from pursuing your passions, you're getting closer and closer to achieving your ultimate goal. This starts with the day-to-day activities. It's fun and sometimes important to check Facebook and email, but don't let the new technological age keep you from doing the work that needs to be done right now. Working toward your goals while avoiding distractions is the key to success. Number 9 is living without a plan. It is up to you to determine your life goals and priorities. Being good entails carrying out your life's mission on a daily basis. It makes no difference if your goal is lofty like ending world hunger or more modest like being happy. The argument is that you want to be the best version of yourself. Good people do not go through life without any dreams or without making a positive contribution to society. And for our last number is number 10, giving up. How do you respond when confronted with an improbable challenge in life? Will you give up or keep pushing forward? People who are successful never give up. They make a firm commitment to arriving at their final destination. They may not get there, but they don't let obstacles stop them from trying. This entails persevering in the face of setbacks and disappointments. Success can be described in a variety of ways. What works in the business world may not work in a relationship. Being a successful athlete does not always imply that you will be a successful student. Depending on the case, there are varying degrees of success. Regardless, giving it your all is the foundation of success. You're a good individual if you put in your best effort while avoiding hurting others. This applies to work, family, friends, relationships, and hobbies, among other things. Success is peace of mind, which is a direct product of self-satisfaction and believing you did your best to become the best you are capable of becoming. Said the late great John Wooden. That, I believe, sums it up perfectly. What do you think of these advices? What do you think on stopping beating yourself up for every mistake? That's a personal issue for me, and I hope that you or other people watching this will be able to stand on their feet again and be proud of themselves and not define their entire existence from their mistakes. See you next time, folks. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hitting on the notification bell. And remember, always have your attention fixed on success. See ya next time.